Bank statement is prepared by Dash. Correct. Bank is the right answer.
SpongeBob SquarePants, best friend.
Correct response. Patrick Star is the most accurate answer.
Outstanding wages a C is dash a C.
Exactly. Personal makes sense, and it is right choice.
The balance of petty cash book is
Excellent choice. An asset is the right answer. Objectivity includes what concept? Valid point. Verifiability is true. What a company owes to creditors. Sharp thinking. Liabilities is the right choice. The formula for profit margin is Good job. Your answer, net income and net sales, works well here.
has unlimited personal liability.
Smart pick. Partnership and sole proprietorship is the correct choice.
The balance of petty cash is dash.
You chose assets, and it is correct. Interest is charged on the amount. Strong choice. Outstanding is the right answer.
Double entry system was given by.
Nicely done. Lucas Pacioli is a solid answer. Nominal accounts are related to? Nice work. You chose expenses and incomes, and it is correct. Each department is considered as excellent. Profit center is a brilliant choice. Manufacturing companies prepares. Solid response. Manufacturing account is a valid choice. Anything of value that is owned. Right choice. Asset is the best answer. Year of the latest Companies Act. On track. 2013 is the correct answer. Accounting equation is stated as well picked. Assets liabilities equal to capital is the correct answer. FOB destination point means dash. You're right. Seller pays freight cost is the correct answer. What is net worth of a business? Smart move. Owner's equity is an accurate answer. Which account increases equity? Well done. Revenues is the right choice. Cash book is having dash types. Good thinking. 3 is the right answer. Profit and loss axis starts with well reasoned. Gross profit is the correct choice. Revenues minus expenses equals. Great job. Net income is the accurate answer. It's not included in worksheet. Clear logic. Your choice cash flow is sound and 100% true. An amount owed by the customer? Nice selection. Trade receivable is the correct and valid answer. Who is the world's richest man? Great thinking. Bernard Arnault is the right choice. Cash book is journal as well as. Bravo. Journal and ledger is the answer. Spending or a decrease in cash? Right again. Use is a valid answer. Modern accounting was born in. Perfect. England is the correct choice. A business owned by one person? You got it. Your choice proprietorship is right. Trial balance is prepared from. Right choice. Ledger and cash book is the best answer. Generally, a journal is divided. Correct. Into 5 parts is the right answer.
IFRS was created in what year?
Well reasoned. 2001 is the correct choice.
Balance sheet is also known as
Nice selection. Position statement is the correct and valid answer.
object to keep fixed assets is correct response. Long-term use is the most accurate answer. Step 5 in the accounting cycle. Clear logic. Your choice-adjusted trial balance is sound and 100% true. Where is depreciation recorded?
Perfect. Not a current asset is the correct choice.
Dash is not a subsidiary book. Exactly. Ledger makes sense and it is right choice. Cash in bank is classified as. You chose current asset. And it is correct. The effect for cash sales is. You're right. Assets increase, revenue increase is the correct answer. An amount owed by a business. Strong choice. Liability is the right answer. Depreciation is calculated on. Excellent. Asset is a brilliant choice. Gross profit is calculated in. Smart move. Trading account is an accurate answer. Which is a current liability. Good thinking. Trade accounts payable is the right answer. Receipts or increases in cash. Well picked. Source is the correct answer. Which assets are depreciated? Solid response. Fixed assets is a valid choice. Which is a non-current asset? Nicely done. Typewriter is a solid answer. Accounting principles include. You got it. Your choice, both of them, is right. Accumulated depreciation is. Right again. Contra asset account is a valid answer. Accrual concept is based on. Valid point. Matching principle is true. Cost plus profit is known as. Sharp thinking. A or B is the right choice. Sales deduct cost of sales equal to. On track. Gross profit is the correct answer. Who is father of accounting? Great thinking. Luca Pacioli is the right choice. Cash sales recording journal. Well done. Cash receipts journal is the right choice. Which is a type of account? Good job. Your answer nominal works well here. Preference shareholders are. Nice work. You chose owners and it is correct. Dead rent is also called as. Great job. Minimum rent is the accurate answer. Outstanding expenditure is. Smart pick. Liability is the correct choice. Debts owed by the business. Bravo. Liabilities is the answer. Cash book is an example of. Excellent choice. Special book is the right answer. Types of errors accounting. Nicely done. All the above is a solid answer. Creditor may be dash types. Nice work. You chose 4 and it is correct. Departments are located in. Great thinking. Same place is the right choice. The book of original entry. Nice selection.
Journal is the correct and valid answer.
Balance sheet is an account? Solid response. It's a statement is a valid choice.
Accounting is language of? Excellent choice. Business is the right answer.
Financial accounting rule.
You chose golden rules. And it is correct.
Number processing program.
Excellent. Microsoft Excel is a brilliant choice.
What does COGS stand for?
Strong choice. Cost of goods sold is the right answer.
Goodwill will be included.
Right again. Real account is a valid answer. Ledger is called book of. Well picked. Final entry is the correct answer.
Buyer pays freight costs. Well done. FOB shipping point is the right choice. Rent paid is related to. Good thinking. Nominal account is the right answer.
An asset account shows a...
Good job. Your answer debit balance works well here.
Branches of accounting.
You got it. Your choice all of the above is right. Where is profit recorded?
You're right. UI is the correct answer. Income earned in advance. Right choice. Liability is the best answer. Realization account is a... On track. Nominal account is the correct answer.
Cash at bank is A-C.
Well reasoned. Real AC is the correct choice. Assets equal to dash plus capital. Smart pick. Liabilities is the correct choice.
Luca Pacioli was a dash.
Perfect. Mathematician is the correct choice. Interest is the cost of. Smart move. Using someone else's money is an accurate answer.
Which statement is true?
Exactly. Total assets, total liabilities equal Tuna's equity makes sense and it is right choice.
0.6 interest earned is a...
Great job. Nominal account is the accurate answer.
Prepaid expenditure is... Sharp thinking. Asset is the right choice.
Has limited liability.
Clear logic. Your choice corporation is sound and 100% true. Tax on company profits. Valid point. Corporation tax is true. Unearned income AC is. Correct. Asset is the right answer. Debenture holders are. Correct response. Creditors is the most accurate answer.
Types of business are.
Bravo. All of the above is the answer. Land is an example of. Good job. Your answer tangible asset works well here.
Which is a liability?
Solid response. Taxes to be paid is a valid choice. Trading account is a.
Exactly. Nominal account makes sense and it is right choice.
Long-term loans are. Right again. Non-current liabilities is a valid answer. Land is a dash asset. Clear logic. Your choice, fixed asset, is sound and 100% true. Financial statements. Right choice. Balance sheet, income statement is the best answer. Assets normally show. Perfect.
Debit balances is the correct choice. Return outward means. Nice work. You chose purchase return and it is correct. Who issues IFTAS? Sharp thinking. AS is the right choice. Branch account is a smart move. Nominal is an accurate answer. Incomes are debited. Well picked. False is the correct answer. Return outwards are correct. Goods returned to supplier is the right answer. Cost classification. Nicely done. Direct indirect is a solid answer. What is accounting? You're right. All the above is the correct answer. Returns inwards is. Bravo. Sales return is the answer. Capital account is. Excellent choice. Personal account is the right answer. Royalty account is. Nice selection. Nominal assay is the correct and valid answer. Types of accounts. Smart pick. All the above is the correct choice. Cash book records. Great thinking. All cash transactions is the right choice. Current ratio is. Well done. 1.1 is the right choice. Dividend paid is. On track. Allocation of profit is the correct answer. What is journal? You chose primary book, and it is correct. Current asset. Good thinking. Account receivable is the right answer. Accounts payable. Great job. Current liability is the accurate answer. Depreciation is. Strong choice. Nominal account is the right answer. Partnership Act. Correct response. 1932 is the most accurate answer. GAP stands for? Valid point. Generally accepted accounting principles is true. Primage means. You got it? Your choice extra freight is right. Of invoices. Excellent. 1/2 of cost is a brilliant choice. Assets equal to. Well reasoned. Capital plus liabilities is the correct choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Perfect. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct choice.